This is Jonah Hill, and you're listening to the only podcast that matters.
Bro Gang, we are joined by the host with the most, Lauren Schlossman, and myself, the MC with the Pepsi, James Harris. Welcome to the weekly running of the boys. Another year.
We're still fucking here.
With today's full episode only available still on patreon.com/throwingfits.
Happy New Year, James.
Ready for
friends
another,
at home?
Ready for another year, partner? Partner. Oh, yo.
What voice is that?
Partner.
Oh,
Merry Christmas.
How big is it?
Forgot about that.
I can't open this now.
Come on, dude. Here.
Well, it's
Before we get into Lawrence opening up his present, use your finger strength. Use your big boy muscles. You've been walking up and down those stairs.
See if you can get in there. Oh, there he is.
Before we get into Larry opening up his Christmas gift.
Bro, this is gigantic.
A few days late. This is why you pay for the $10 Patreon. So you get the visuals of Lawrence embarrassing himself with the greatest photo they've ever taken. Go give the camera a little close up.
Hold on. Yeah.
Give the camera a little closey. A look-see. There it is. If you've ever been with Lawrence,
Can't even see my expression. It's washed out in the camera. I'm so fucking pale and drunk. Sloppy.
Just a drunk Casper the Ghost.
I don't know what I'm supposed, because like Jenna will be appalled. And she is appalled at this picture. So I don't know where this is supposed to go, like on my fridge or
Frame it.
I would feel guilty like walking out and immediately going to your trash room directly to the left of your door and tossing it. But I don't know if this is going to be on display at Chateau Sloshwell anytime soon.
A lot of firsts for 2023 already. You took your first dump in my apartment.
I did. I actually haven't in a while. Also,
First gift for the
you're
homie.
all out of matches.
Okay. Yeah. You're the only one that's ever used them. And another first is the first time that we will be revealing this year's Fitties.
Last year, because it's the 2023 now.
Before we get into
the future.
Before we get into the 2022 Fitties, in which we saw a 20 percentage point uptick in voting.
20%.
Over
yeah.
20%. In which tens of thousands, if not tens of millions, voters, you selected their favorites from the year that was. Let's get into a fit check.
Why don't you lead us off, my friend, in your brand new Christmas gift?
First up, I had the Reebok X ASAP Nast Zig Connecticut 2.5s. I guess it's a model that debuted.
Zig Connecticut.
The Zigzag Connecticut.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They launched it on the back of ASAP Nast.
Yeah. Which,
the chipped tooth that launched 1,000 sneakers.
According to Heart Copy, at least.
Oh, shout out Heart Copy. They know their fucking stuff.
And Maharishi has a model coming out. But I guess it's like a model that's
and South to West 8.
The South to West 8 one,
Weren't you debating buying them? I feel like
and I passed. And I'm really, and this is crazy because it is like you wouldn't expect fucking Haterade Jimmy to be into the ASAP Nas collab, but I really do like them. That's all. Without the shin hype gators.
And this will not be the last time that we hear from Nasty Baby himself.
It's true.
On the 2022 Fitties. Okay, so you wore the Connecticut's.
Socks are. They're just like a washed out oatmeal. I'm wearing some motherfucking pants from motherfucking Penn, MF Penn, everyone's favorite brand that they themselves discovered.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. I put you on.
I mean,
come on.
We're not taking credit as a duo.
No, we're not gatekeeping, but you guys.
Well, I don't know about gatekeeping. It seems like you're just trying to take all the credit.
No, this is the brand that everyone loves to take credit for being like, oh yeah, like it's a small brand out of Denmark, but whatever.
Where did you hear about motherfucking Penn first? The only podcast that matters. Zara just ripped off the Camion boots. Who fucking launched the Camion boots? The only podcast that matters.
Well, our legacy
vibes.
Did, and MF Penn launched MF Penn, so don't you worry about that.
Anyway,
and then up top, I'm wearing an embarrassing V-neck T-shirt underneath.
Oh, really? Why?
Well, that's like a menswear move. It's like so you don't have the crew neck like.
No.
Showing with like the unbuttoned polo.
You don't want to go mohair on skin. It feels like soft and not.
No, I do want to go mohair on skin, but it's not that it's scratchy. It's that my fucking BO would infiltrate the mohair. Then I'd have to get a dry clean every single time.
You haven't showered today?
I have.
Okay, so I don't know why. If you're just chilling at home podcasting,
I leave it all out on the fucking kitchen table
on the field.
That is the podcast studio table on the pitch. I acquired the Aura Lee courtesy of the GF. She got me a wonderful Christmas present. And I fucking love it. And it's an early contender for John of the Year. We're only 2 days in.
You've been
John of the Year.
You've been talking about this a bunch lately, this mohair polo. Does it live up to the hype that you kind of had set in your mind?
I think so, yeah.
Sick.
I'm very excited to.
You look like fucking Cookie Monster scrotum, brother.
Hell yeah, I can't fucking wait.
Cookie?
C is for
Cookie?
Lords did it all for the
Cookie?
Okay, stop it.
We suck.
Stop it. Hanes boxers. And I forgot to wear my jewelry. New York adorned in the lobe.
I wore camion boots to the crib. I have on Shiro socks. I'm wearing the Bottega Raw Bugle Boy ass denims.
That bit's still going.
It's not a bit.
That bit don't quit.
Also, it ain't about a bit when it really is just me again setting a trend. A lot of people are saying raw denim is back. Andrew Chen obviously claimed it on the pod, but you know who's been rocking the Bottegas? The Bottega Baron.
Yeah.
Larry Schlossman.
One time before Andrew Chen came on in the year plus that you had them, and then since he came on,
but I still had him.
Since he came on and he dropped the gems and the bars and he has the sales data to back it up and the fucking he's in the denim trenches, the genches. He's like, yeah, raw denim in a more like fun, kind of like fashiony runway way, not workwear #menswear way.
Okay, well,
you've been rocking them. Whatever.
Either way. I'm ahead of a curve that whether or not
this whole podcast is ahead of the curve. That's a blessing and a curse. We'll get into that. I think the data itself that we have with the Fitties showcases that, but we'll get into that.
Moving on up, I wore a Stone Island Shadow Project jacket. I have on an Our Legacy Workshop t-shirt. The White the Rodeo hat is on the fucking dome piece. The rolly's on the wrist. The wedding ring is on the fingy. I have a new nameplate, Jenna nameplate pinky ring, her childhood bedroom.
Oh,
so a lot. You'd be surprised the amount of people that want to know where to just get a nameplate.
Where to get your wife's childhood clothing?
Yeah. But I guess we unearthed it from her bedroom. It went right on the pinky. It fits perfectly, and now is going to be part of the ensemble.
And you're not spreading the love over two hands. You're just going.
No, I'm going all on the left, dude. Right. That's my Thanos Infinity Gauntlet hand. I got New York adorned in the lobe myself.
Yeah, you really are left heavy.
I am left
with the watch with the earring.
Lefty Larry, dude. CDLP boxer briefs on the dick and balls, and let's get right fucking into it. Let's not belabor the point any longer.
All right, this year's Fitties was scintillating. It was titillating. It was wild swings back and forth.
Yeah.
I was like, we were monitoring this shit in real time. Record set it, the most votes ever of the 3 Fitties that we've done.
Third annual, baby.
I mean, let's get right into it, starting with the best trend of the year.
Real quick. So the way we're going to do this, guys, is it's not in the order that you guys voted at home. We're going to do a fashion category or John's category. Then we're going to do a pop culture one and back and forth. And we'll end on best picture brand of the year.
Yes. And once again, these are as chosen by you, the customer. We were only allowed to vote once. So trend of the year, 2022, bringing up the rear like toilet paper, TikTok green screeners with 0.7% of the vote. Then with only 1% of the vote, which was kind of shocking, especially to a jortsman such as yourself, Rob Report of the jorts, just jorts. I think it was, well, do you want to do commentary as we go or what do you want to do?
I feel like we can.
Let me just run through them. Rob Report of the jorts, second to last place. Next up, Starving Artist But Eating Good, aka Dime Square Head Asses, only 1.7% of the vote. Next up, Wasps All Cap, Blue Blood Cosplay, Opulent Tips Thirst Balls, 2.1%. Next up, Bottle Servers Vampires, also 2.1%. Carmi Clones, the guys that were just trying to fucking wear like sick white tees, like, you know, on the bear, also 2.1%. Rave Babies, 2.3%. Shysters, aka Balaclavas and Shiesties, 2.4%. House and Street Hikers, just hiking boots, 2.7%. He Them Swag, Nail Polish to Get Pussy, Bushwick Mullet, sock from Bushwick, no bed frame having motherfuckers, 3.4. Suited and Zooted, casual suiting, 3.8. Somp Apocalypse, self-explanatory, 3.9. Kentucky Derbies, more of a chunky dress shoe over loafers, 4.1. Corpo Gore, 4.4%. Pedo Boys, aka Mustaches, 6.6%. Then the Broke Boy Mountain, which is just cowboy cosplay, 9.5%. The top 3 trends of the year,
yes,
of the year 2022.
Drum roll, please.
Voted on by you. Number 3, hashtag menswear carnival revivalist. This was the J. Crew / menswear back motherfuckers. The 10-year cycling of the trend that ruled the world in 2012.
That ruled the tumblers.
Ruled the timeline. Second place, throwing knits. So like grandma swag, knit hats, mohair, big fucking chunky sweaters, Bodie ass motherfuckers, 16.7% of the vote. And number 1 trend of 2022.
As voted by you guys.
As voted by you. Up the lads. Bloatcore, 17.5% soccer jerseys. Also, I guess jorts, right?
And kind of sambas.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You would think that maybe those trends would cannibalize each other, but nope.
Just the fucking pub lifestyle, just getting together with the fellas on the pitch, having one, get after it.
The chaps and the cunts galvanized and they put Bloatcore. And honestly, this wasn't that close, dude. I mean, this was in first from day one. From what I remember.
Yeah, and then throwing knits was a surprise. I think that was kind of, actually, Robbie told us to throw that on there, and that's like kind of an all-encompassing like crochet core, like the big fucking knit hats.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I think we put mohair, mo problems as a trend last year, with Marnie leading the way there. And I think that's, again, with being ahead of the curve as two ahead of the curve motherfuckers.
Yeah.
We, like one trend that we maybe overlooked for 2022 was Gorpcore, which won last year.
That had 14.2%, which honestly not as thrilling or victorious of a win as Bloatcore this year. So last year when Harry Met Chunky was the mohair more problems, that got 8%. So it's interesting to see that is rising in the world of trends. I mean, with trends, maybe that wave is cresting. Just real quick, TikTok green screeners and last, I love that. The only person I know who voted for that, because he sent me a screen grab of his results, was Jake Wolf, who clearly voted for himself in that category. What's interesting about some of the trends is some are wide, right? They encompass a lot of stuff, and then some are laser specific. So like hiking boots kind of fucking didn't do great. But I was like, this is a thing that I saw a lot. It might be too specific when you only have one vote to cast.
Samba Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to Sneaker of the Year, but Sambas was fucking low everywhere this year.
Yeah.
And that is a trend. But you were like, yeah, it's because people don't want to think of themselves as like sheeple.
As a clone, yeah.
As fucking trend victims. They want to be like, oh no, I'm the only guy out here wearing Sambas. I'm cool. It's not a trend. It's me. It's my unique shit.
Yeah. Oh, also, can we just be clear that Dime Square dominates your timeline if you follow the East Coast media elite? But in the grand scheme of things, nobody fucking cares, dude, which is what you always say. And I am victim of getting caught up in the hype because obviously I'm a how do you do fellow kids loser. I want to be young. I want to be cool. Maybe I should turn my sights elsewhere. Shout out to all of our friends.
Shout out to the Dare.
So shout out to all of our friends gentrifying Chinatown, dude.
Bloatcore, I think, also just had the benefit of having the best fucking name.
Yes.
And also being a micro trend that was like the meme that turned into an actual trend. Much like, I mean, even Gorpcore to a certain extent last year was like the Arc'teryx. Arc'teryx, I mean, we don't do no Patagonia. And like the showers and shit. And then it just became a fucking thing. And yes, Gorp is very much, I think that should have been included here and would have done well, but wasn't necessarily like,
it's over.
Well, it's not over. I mean, you came here in a fucking, I mean, I wouldn't call your Stone Island Shadow Project jacket Gorp, but it's Italian sportswear.
And hiking boots, to me, like your traditional hiking boots that kind of, I think, make up the category as we envisioned it, are kind of even more hashtag menswear carnival revivalist than Gorp. I will say that a couple other surprises was how well Corpo Core did. I thought that was
4.4%.
Yeah, but the upper half of the category. And then I think that just one more point about Bloatcore. I think you can attribute its win, at least in part, to the fact that was one of the few trends on here that like you and I didn't birth from our own childbearing hips, our own loins. Because like a lot of these, we're like taking a trend, we're trying to give it a funny name. Everyone loves, parsing through this category. Whereas Bloatcore was a trend that like was named on TikTok as are all the other cores that seemingly pop up every month. But
and this category won first place as most words that would break a Victorian child's brain.
Yeah, and
said to his face.
This of all the clips that Robbie so deftly put together, this one went like viral for us. Not as viral as us getting sunned by Migos.
Well, just you.
Yeah.
Which
as a colonizer.
Backstory to that. So like there were actually 2 takes done where Lawrence pretended to walk off with whose chains were you have?
They were Quavos.
Okay, with Quavo's chains and getting fucking folded like a lawn chair
like
by his
New York
security
slice.
The first take, they choke slammed you a bit too hard and your entire white ass.
My whole ass was out.
Your whole ass, and you rolled a little bit, so your whole ass was just mooning the camera,
center frame,
and
dude.
it broke the lens because it was a shade of white that a lens cannot translate into data.
For anyone,
And so it fucking broke the camera. That's how pale your ass is.
for any fellow cinephiles at home that watched The Fablemans, it was kind of like how a young Steven Spielberg figures out how to put gunshots using pinholes and light in his movie, just a bright flash. That was my ass.
Yes. And you requested to do another take because like I would like to not have my whole ass on YouTube.
I wonder if
please.
that take exists anywhere. Probably not. I mean, the episodes barely even exist anywhere at this point. But okay, so that was trend of the year. Let's now
Congrats to all the fucking lads and the blokes.